Welcome to Personal Training Tip of the Week. My name is Chris Williams, NPTI Florida. Today we're on our advanced module with our students here. We're doing corrective exercise in special populations. The populations evaluating today will be the ones with pulmonary disorders. So asthma, other forms of COPD, bronchitis, emphysema, but also even if your client is a smoker, I think it's also valuable to know what their lung function is like. What I have here today is a peak flow. It's a very, very simple device. What it has is indeed a mouthpiece that you blow into, and this regulates a dial. You have three different colors of the dial. You have the green, you have the yellow, and you have the red. And I'll explain these and the significance of these in a bit. So, Adam is our client here. So if I can ask you to stand up, Adam. And first of all, you're going to put the mouthpiece on, like so. These are interchangeable mouthpieces, which in the context of hygiene right now and COVID-19 is very, very important, that everybody has a different mouthpiece or their own mouthpiece. I'm going to ask Adam to put the mouthpiece on. You're going to hold it in whichever hand, right or left, like so. He's then going to take a deep breath in. He's then going to pinch the bridge of his nose, insert this over his lips, and push forcefully as maximal effort as possible for one time. Okay. Well done. And as you can see here, the red dial came down, so his first reading was about 500. Okay, so we're going to put that back and we're going to give you two more attempts. And as you can see, familiarization is a wonderful thing because now that went up to 600. So it went up by a full 100. And again, I'll give you a third attempt. And that was 650. Excuse me, 650 was his optimal. So well done on that. So since this is my first indeed meeting with Adam, first time I'm training Adam, and let's pretend he's got an underlying condition such as asthma. He's given me 660 as his optimal. So what I need to then do is calculate the following. So you can get your calculators out for me, team. So 650 is his 100%. We need to be working from 80% to 100% if we are in the green zone. So, today is 650. Let's say that 3 days later he came back, and as a consequence, if you can get your peak flow, we administer the peak flow again, and away you go. And let's say after 3 attempts, he is still averaging 660. Okay, well done. So we now know that on this particular day, Adam's lung function is at 100% because he blew his maximal, which was 650 again. However, if we were to calculate 80% of this, so I can get my students here to calculate 80% of 650 milliliters, it's 520, so 520 milliliters. That is 80%. So what we're saying, for this to be in the green zone means that as an asthmatic client, I can train, indeed, Adam, anywhere from 520 to 650, he is good. However, if he blew between 50% to 79%, which is
325
to 519, this would be in the yellow zone. So what happens if your client is in the yellow zone? Well, as a personal trainer, what I need to do is first and foremost, after administering peak flow, is give him about a 10-minute prolonged progressive warm-up at a very steady state, after which I'll administer the peak flow again. Clearly, if he's got an increase in lung function, I can train him, but cautiously. If his scores has somewhat gone down, which suggests there's a underlying pulmonary issue, okay, then I either alter my training session. So for example, if I had resistance training and let's say interval training planned as an example of modalities, I would then say, you know what, today we're going to do some flexibility training, or something that's a little bit more passive, whereby the physiology and the demand on the pulmonary system is not going to be too great. However, if he comes in and he blew under 50%, so we're talking about under 325 milliliters, this is automatically in the red zone. Do not train. Your client need to be referred immediately to the doctor, okay? And he or she will come back to you when again they are in the green zone. So basically it's a very, very cautious way. It's protecting you as a client, but also us as personal trainers. And every personal trainer, since COVID especially, with the pulmonary disorders and pulmonary disruptions and lung function disruptions as a consequence of this disease, in addition to smoking, asthma, bronchitis, emphysema, other forms of COPD, should have one of these if they're serious about maximizing their training with clients with those underlying pathologies. And that's your personal training tip of the week.
Thanks for following NPTI Florida, Orlando, Tampa locations. I'm Pat Sherman. We appreciate you guys following us on Instagram, Facebook. Also subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to do a great job this year and giving you guys as much information about the personal training, health, and wellness industries as possible. We have 2 programs, 600 hours, ACCSE accredited, personal training, as well as advanced health coaching and youth fitness and nutrition. Once again, thanks for following us. We look forward to helping you out this year.